Hey, and welcome to a very belated yet another Flashpoint Final Order Cutoff show. I just realized I spelled that wrong, so it's everybody's seeing this like really ridiculous. Can I change that? Look at that.
Maybe.
I wonder if it'll change on the fly though. If you're already watching, you're probably just watching the
Oh, that's funny.
Flashpoint show. Look at this. Look at this.
That's something I would do.
It is. I think I typed it that way like 2 or 3 times
Oh,
in the
man.
process today,
Oh,
but it
man.
happened. So guys, I'm sorry that the show's so late. Obviously, this gives you like very little time to get anything in. I know I'm gonna send this over to Kalani in California, and he's already done his FOC. But FOC show will be on Friday nights,
Yes.
evenings.
Before he leaves the store.
Yeah, moving forward. So that'll give you guys plenty of time to get your FOCs in, and it'll be done from the store instead of at home. We're closed today. I slept like a lot, so like here we are.
Yeah,
Ready
we
to go.
had our grand opening on
Mhm.
Saturday. And we put in a lot of, I'd say 1, 2, 3 a.m. days leading up to that grand opening. So I got to rest on Sunday and Danny got to rest today. So it was much needed. And I think we both feel like new people going into
I'm
this
getting
week.
there. We gotta eat. I gotta eat.
Yeah,
but
we're headed to get dinner after.
So real quickly, we're gonna go through the opening points of Final Order Cutoff, which is what is Final Order Cutoff. Final Order Cutoff, very simply put, is your final opportunity to guarantee a copy of a book. Doesn't mean you can't order it afterwards. The thing is, most comic book stores have already submitted their orders after Final Order Cutoff. Most publishers have sent their print number to print after Final Order Cutoff, which means if somehow a million more pre-orders come in after FOC, like somebody's not going to get them. But if you FOC, you're likely going to get them. The only time that doesn't work that way is incentives, and if something is allocated, a lot of times the solicitation will say allocations may apply. Like the Zatanna showcase variant a couple weeks ago had that. So that's that. How do you FOC books? Super simple. You are just going to either email us at flashpointcomicsandgames@gmail.com. It says before 9 p.m., but just try to get it done before midnight tonight. We know we're going late. Or the other way is to go to Previews World pull box and ask to join the store, and you can put in requests totally through like your phone that way. So that's like, it's not an app, it's a web page, but like.
And we'll comment on this video with the link to do that.
Yeah.
To make it easier.
And with that being said, that's FOC in a nutshell. Like I said, these shows will typically come out on Friday, so it'll give you a lot more time to do it. We're gonna do the FOC show the old school way, which is previewsworld.com/final orders due. But I am gonna pay attention at the end of the show. I want to let you guys know another way you can view items. I have not done all the research, but from what I'm understanding, a lot of the comic retailers are saying that because of the Diamond bankruptcy situation and certain publishers no longer bothering to send Diamond product, certain things aren't showing up on Previews World. And I want you guys to be able to have all the info. So we will use Previews World, and I am not going to pretend that I might catch something that I won't notice on the fly, but I'll show you guys the other methods just so that you can get an idea. And with that being said, thank you for watching, Sam, on Instagram. It was good seeing you last weekend. So I'm going to jump in with Image. Just so you guys know, this website is, and this, you don't have to have an account to view this website. It is previewsworld.com.
Only to view Marvel.
/DC.
DC.
Previewsworld.com/final orders due. And that will always take you to the current final orders due. You can go back if you thought you missed something, but it's always going to update to the newest one.
And it's free to make an account on there.
Yes, everything's free. So view all. Now we're viewing Image, right?
Yep.
Bitter Root, next Sanford Green. It's a sequel to Bitter Root, so you got that. Department of Truth 19, Martin Simmons. Feral 11 is a new story arc for Feral. Feral is kind of your mixture of a cutesy Don Bluth, Five O Goes West art style story with a little bit of like a zombie, 28 Days Later vibe. It's very interesting because it is like essentially if like Five or Aristocrats met a zombie movie. And that's like the weirdest thing ever, but that's it. Trade paperback, I believe, is in the store. I want to say we stocked that.
We do.
But if you if you didn't read the trade paperback, you can jump in on issue 11, and it's a fresh starting on point. Everybody at Image has said that you can jump at 11 and not miss anything. They do a lot of movie homage covers, so I want to say that's Scream.
Yes.
Probably, maybe. I don't know.
No, I think it's Scream.
Scream. I'm not a horror movie guy. Don't forget about Gunslinger Spawn. That's at issue 41. Gosh, it's been going a while. The new editions of the Invincible trades, those are like the smaller digest size. It's volume 9. This looks like a horror one-shot, kids. Oops, that's not the button I'm supposed to hit. $7.99 one-shot, written by Garth Ennis. So that is The Boys fame. Lucky Devils #1, third printing. Jenny Frieson. I bet you if I went to Lunar, I'd find that. So this is our opportunity to explain to you how to do something else. If you do not see, let's see who commented. Jared.
Oh, it was great.
It was great. Everybody was super nice.
Yeah.
We have like a go-to spot here in Orlando that has like been all of our like
big moments. Like Cooper's, it's called Cooper's Hawk. It's on iDrive. And we went there. So we got married a year ago, like our big wedding, but then we actually legally got married May 10th at the courthouse. And right after that, we went there like in my wedding dress and his suit. And I was so jealous last night because he wore his suit. And I am officially 9 months pregnant, so there's no getting into that dress and wearing it. And so he got like 3-4 compliments on that suit. And people were like, "Oh, you look so nice." And it was great. People were really sweet to us. And we told my parents that I was pregnant there. We did Valentine's Day there, and we did something else there. I'm just forgetting what it was. Might have been my birthday or something.
Yeah, probably.
But it's kind of become like our spot. The food's always dependably good. Before the pregnancy, I was gluten-free, and they have like a whole separate gluten-free menu. The manager comes out and talks to you. So always a good experience and super sweet. So we really enjoyed it. And then we came home and promptly passed out at a decent hour finally. Oh, so, I love that cover.
So while she was telling that, so what I did here, guys, and this is you'll be able to do this anytime, and this is part of me trying to show you guys the way that probably is going to be better in the future. So to get to here, because Diamond did not have an image for this cover, you go to lunardistribution.com. You don't need a login. You're at the homepage. This is the homepage right here. So you just scroll down to upcoming FOC, and Lunar is the distributor of these books, so they have to have these images up. To get in a little inside baseball, Diamond doesn't care. You can't order these books from Diamond, so they don't care. So that's what happens. But this is that. I am going to jump back to the previews world view, just so that it's a really pretty cover.
I'm a sucker, though. I love anything Jenny Frieson, pretty much. We have a Poison Ivy on the wall right now that I am obsessed with, and then the one coming out next week is awesome.
All right, so we did Lucky Devils. You got Rook Exodus coming out on trade paperback. That's another Ghost Machine book.
New trade paperback of Saga.
New trade paperback for Saga Volume 12. So that's going to get you caught up. Spawn Rat City, if you were missing off on some of those Spawn spinoffs. Seasons #3 by Rick Remender. We have the first 2 in the store.
I'm really excited for the hardcover of Frankenstein. I just think it's
so. I do want to find out. It sucks that we are getting our pre-orders in so late. If we can somehow manage to order 10 copies of the Frankenstein hardcover between the main cover and the direct market cover here, we will qualify for book plates that are signed by the writer and artist, and they can go inside the book. Those come free. We just have to achieve order 10 copies of it's a $25, it's $250. But if we get a couple pre-orders, we know the book will do well. Universal Monsters is opening at Epic Universe
in just a couple months.
Yeah, we just need to know a couple people are interested. And then Universal Monsters is coming back, written by Michael Walsh. Which Walsh are you?
Which Walsh are you?
Oh, no. This is written by Faith Erin Hicks. So we got The Mummy being written by Faith Erin Hicks. This is a cover, and then there's a beautiful Joshua Middleton cover. I know The Mummy's not supposed to be beautiful, but it's like a really pretty cover. There's also a blank for you horror lovers. Void Rivals is getting its deluxe edition hardcovers and a single issue of 18. And then this is also another new indie book by writer Matthew Rosenberg of What's the Furthest Place from Home and Joker. This is We're Taking Everyone Down With Us, a 6-issue miniseries. That is the A cover. This is your variant cover. another variant, and then you got your Tula Latoy variant as well. So that is Image, guys. Again, so happy for you too. Exciting times in March for sure. Anniversary is coming. Oh, happy anniversary,
that's
Jared.
awesome.
And Jared, I do still have all your books are still just sitting here on. They're at the house. Like I didn't even want them to get to the store and get confused with anything. I just I remember exactly how well you packaged them, and I want to meet and exceed that packaging after everything we went through with those books. So what I'm likely going to do is package them exactly like you did, and then put that box inside of a box, because I'm just I can't I my heart would break if they got to you and they were any shape or form worse than they got here. So I'm gonna still use the box you gave me, wrap them in there because I kept all your bubble wrap, and then they'll get sent back like in a box. And we
have a bunch of air pockets at the store. He'll bring home.
So thank you so much, Jared. You've been amazing. Thank you everybody watching on Instagram. So let me jump from Image to Boom. Boom for the next 2 to 3 weeks is still a Diamond publisher, but April 1st, all FOCs moved to Penguin Random House. So who knows how this will react here in a little bit.
I am really excited about that Hello Darkness Jenny Frieson cover.
Oh, thanks, Jared. I just appreciate you trusting me with them and everything. So Hello Darkness, I've been pretty much only ordering Jenny Friesons for the store. So if you wanted other covers, just please put that pre-order in. Again, because Boom is making that move over to Penguin Random House, they are keeping their FOCs short. This is Red Before Black, number 5 of 6. That was Philip Kennedy Johnson's crime thriller. Really good book. DC, if any covers are missing here, we might jump over to Lunar, but at the same time, this should be a way that you can see everything.
Tell me to change the banner.
What?
The banner.
Oh, DC comics. All right. So DC is one of DC's big books. The DC's got a few big books, including Hush too. But we'll start with Absolute Martian Manhunter. I will admit, if you're anything like me, you're probably asking the question, how did we skip an infinite amount of Justice League members to get to an Absolute Martian Manhunter? And I don't disagree with you, but we got it. It's coming. It's written by Denise Camp, who's a phenomenal writer, and art is by Javier Rodriguez. Yeah, Javier Rodriguez. Javier Rodriguez very much has this like unorthodox-ish, but very artsy art style. So from what I'm being told is if you like those artsy books like Coda and mostly those are technically usually in the non-superhero world, you actually probably will like this book. And then also if you like Martian Manhunter and John Jones, you'll also like this book. I do think the trade dress on the blank cover looks really good in green.
Agreed. I'm just surprised how many variants they have for it, because he's not, as popular as some of the others you would have thought.
And then we come back to Absolute Wonder Woman. This is the beginning of the second arc, so the origin of Diana's giant sword, I believe. And then you have so all the covers for issue 6 are phenomenal, because you have Sean Gordon Murphy from Batman the White Knight.
Yeah, that's cool.
Super cool. Then you have Sway.
I think this might be the one I'm not loving as much.
I think she looks awesome. She's swinging that thing.
Yeah, she is. Of course, this is my favorite.
And then you've got your Jenny Frieson International Women's Day. Yeah. I have a joke in there somewhere, but it'll go off air. International Women's Day. Variant.
She kills it with Wonder Woman. She's done a lot of Wonder Woman.
So this is probably DC's big book of the week. It is Batman 158. It is technically Hush number 2, or like Hush issue 2. Jen King said absolutely, and her is extremely good. She was able to read the first issue at Comics Show. Yeah, Denise Camp has not written a bad book. I just know Martian Man, and I read the Martian Manhunter series in 2017 by Steve Orlando, and art by Riley Russomo, which is very much giving me PTSD in this moment, because I love John Jones. Like he was in Justice League. Like I love him. And then the art style took me just enough out of the book that when the writing was just mid, I couldn't continue. I feel like it becomes hard when you're not in love with either. So I'm really hoping that I'm not super familiar with Javier Rodriguez, but I'm hoping his art is what can prop this up on top of the phenomenal writing. Because if you end up having good art and good writing, you're going to sell tons of books. So Batman 158 is officially the beginning of the Hush 2 story arc. Chip Zdarsky's run is officially over. Jim Lee and Jeff Loeb will be finishing this book, and then it will reboot later in the year with Matt Fraction writing it. So you have your regular A cover, drawn by Jim Lee, I believe.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a Jim Lee. That's a true Jim Lee. Then you've got your connecting cover set. These are 2 connecting covers for the same book. I don't know how I feel about that sometimes, but I feel like this is a book people are going to be buying multiple covers to. So that is the one piece of the connecting cover, and this is the other piece of the connecting cover. So very cool. Then you do have a J. Scott Campbell cover. So you got that. You got all of the mainstays in there. You even got Superman in the background. You got a Gabriel Del Auto connecting variant.
He was at MegaCon.
He was. He was the most popular guy at MegaCon, I feel like.
He was the most popular.
So that will connect
It's a cool cover.
that will connect to a copy of issue 2. So his connecting covers are across issues, where Jim Lee's connecting covers are on the same issue. Yeah. You do have a Dan Mora cover. I know Dan Mora is probably one of the best guys out there right now, but with all of the great covers we're getting, it's honestly like it's not in the top 5 for me.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, look, first of all, you got Tony S. Daniel drawing Batman dunking on a bunch of Jokers.
All right, that's fair.
Like, look at this.
That's pretty great.
So you got that, and then obviously you got all the other covers.
So
but you got
sports ball fan.
You got a blank. You got a foil. You have a foil version of that A cover, and it's also virgin. Just keep in mind that it's a $7.99 cover as opposed to a not $7.99 cover.
I really like
this. Is sorry.
You're good. I really like how they did the blank variant too. Yeah. I like the logo. Looks great.
So this is the showcase variant. So it retails at $24.99. These could have allocations. So that this is an example of that.
That's cool.
This is a Sean Gordon Murphy wraparound foil. So all of the above. Then, dang it, I'm really salty about that. So you're gonna see that there's a couple covers down there that look like they don't have image. I'm checking Lunar real quick to see if these are gonna have images for you. They were added a little late to the ball game. Glow in the dark. Dun, 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 dun. Yes. Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
I do want to make sure I show you these. So stop. Oops. Wrong one. Present. Screen share. Back to Lunar. All right. So this is that launch party glow in the dark Hush 2 bat symbol foil variant. Oh, it says unlock. Am I even going to qualify to unlock this? Let's just say we might get these. We'll probably get these. So yeah, feel comfortable with that. This is a giant size, so I think it's bigger size. And then there will be some ash cans. Those will not be free the way ash cans typically are. Those because it looks like they're gonna make us pay for them. So, but these should also be, since they're in Previews World pull box, they should be pre-orderable through there. So just keep an eye out. If I find any issues with it, I am allowed on Previous pull box to reply to you. So you'll see a reply to me. Are you getting the glow in the dark event? Yeah, that was the one. I just wanted to show it to find the image, because obviously it does look like he's taking over interiors after, like, it's very interesting because this cover was added very late to the ball game. So like I'm very intrigued by all that. There's the ash can. All right. So Batman Long Halloween, the last Halloween, 6 of 10. Black Canary, best of the best, 5 of 6. Let's see. Dead Man Tells Spooky Tales. This is a young adult graphic novel, but we will carry some of those. Flash 19, beautiful David Nakayama variant, and then Steven Segovia is still killing it on those. Green Arrow 22 by Joshua Williamson. Green Lantern 21 by Jeremy Adams. Harley Quinn 49. I do love David Nakayama's Harley Quinn 49 because I'm a sucker for a video game select screen. So this is really cool. Let's just order 100 of those and this is also, I love Derek Chu. I don't think you got a chance to meet Derek because he didn't come to Mega this year. But I do love Derek Chu, and I think as much as Batman dunking on all his villains is cool, I just think this looked really cool.
I love how she's sitting on the black and white background. Yeah. She really pops. And then that Justice League Unlimited cover.
Nathan
Yeah.
Thursday. I think, and people will give different reasons
So
why they love
clean.
Hawk Girl. I think this version of her cowl is just the absolute coolest thing.
Yeah, I
Like
agree.
the way it sits on just the top of her head, but it
Mhm.
has the wings. Like it doesn't look like Thor's helmet that goes all the way down. You know,
It-
it's just so sleek.
It's feminine and it still looks very
Yeah.
strong.
And then like let's just order 100 of these too while we're at it, guys. There's the Mark Spears variant for Justice League, but it has Flash and Superman racing. This is like I know Mark Spears, it's digital coloring, but holy cow, did he like that's Christopher Reeves right
It's
there.
awesome.
And then like this almost seems like the Flash that could have shown up in Christopher Reeves Superman based on like the cost. I think it's great. Then you have a Jenny Frieson International Women's Day cover. It's a little similar to that Absolute Wonder Woman, but definitely more. It's like this is good Wonder Woman, where that's like evil Wonder Woman in a way.
Yeah, this is the one without the creepy red eyes.
Yeah. Then we have Batman's Strangest Cases. This is a treasury size book, so it's gonna be like bigger than my head. So just like keep in mind that. Metamorpho, the Element Man, #4. I love Metamorpho. He's gonna be in the Superman movie. Mystery of the Meanest Teacher. This is a John Constantine young adult graphic novel. Peacemaker, the Vigilante Eagly double feature. So let's jump on this. Who's writing this? James Gunn is a story consultant on this. And then who's writing? Tim Seeley. So you've got, if you look at the titles, you got Gunn and Seeley. Gunn's going to be on top of Seeley because he got a bigger name, but let's be real, Seeley's writing it. It's kind of that Matt Kent, Keanu Reeves situation. Gunn is probably giving him an outline, and Seeley's writing the actual comic book. So you've got Vigilante cover, you've got an Eagly cover. Was that his report card? What is he holding in here?
It's report card.
Yeah, his report card.
Okay, sorry.
Safety
No,
instructions.
not so much.
Okay. And then you've got your Peacemaker cover.
I
and
like
then,
that one from Cersei.
Yeah. Is that Cersei? Oh no, you're talking about the other one. I
Yeah,
got you.
sorry.
And then this is a foil cover of the A cover. So Virgin,
That's cool.
foil, Vigilante. My only disappointment on this cover is that he's not holding the chainsaw that he holds for like 2 seconds in the show.
And that's a $6.99 cover.
And that is $6.99 foil. So Power Girl has a David Tulaski variant. Superman has a David Nakayama. I think that's Superwoman.
Yeah,
Um,
it's a great cover.
It also has a great cover by this new artist, Raphael Grassetti. Like, holy cow, is
That's
that a
really
good
nice,
Superman?
yes.
Yeah. And then here's your courtside, Leonardo Romero.
I like that.
Clearly, Superman's like, oh, I don't got to jump. I'll just fly to my slam dunk. So I don't like it. I don't like it.
I like it, but I think it's a little lazy in comparison
Yeah.
to the other two.
Yeah.
That had great backgrounds that added to it.
And had effort.
But,
Like,
hey, okay.
I got you.
It's more than we could do.
Superman Day is coming up. So they are reprinting Action Comics #1. There is a blank for $10.99. There is an A cover for $9.99. There is a foil for $14.99, and then a modern day homage for $10.99. Then there will be blanks for All-Star Superman #1. There will be foils, $9.99 foils for All-Star Superman #1. And then it looks like we will have free copies of the All-Star Superman #1 to give away, because that's what this bundle looks like right here. So we will order those. We'll order some of these for the kiddos, because this looks like the Superman Day Jimmy Olsen Super Encyclopedia. So that'll be a kid-friendly book. And then Superman Day, Superman for All Seasons. This will be another one that'll be given away. And then there is a pay for $9.99 foil variant you can get for Superman for All Seasons.
Oh, not a fan of that one.
We found a Monster trade paperback. That's a great young adult graphic novel, published by DC, but not necessarily a superhero thing. Wonder Woman 19 has a beautiful David Nakayama. Nicholas Scott is doing his courtside variant, and he always draws Diana very like young. Like she just looks significantly younger. Like this looks like the Themyscira Diana, whereas typically we get Diana after she leaves the island. This is a really great book. This is a new printing of it. Zatanna and the House of Secrets is a young adult Zatanna book. So if your kids like magic, things like that, they'll love this. Then we're gonna jump to Marvel should still be mostly on Diamond. I'm gonna go through it pretty quickly, just because DC took so long. So apparently, all new Venom number 5 is gonna be the reveal of who the new Venom is. I want to say 3 had a teaser to it, so there's a second printing to that. So they're doing these suspect variants by Clayton Crane, and my assumption is one of these 4 people is the actual Venom. So we have Luke Cage. These are $4.99 variants. We have Luke Cage. We have Rick Jones. We have this guy whose name escapes me, Robbie Robertson, and then we also have Madame Mask.
What do you think it's gonna be?
Well, I think it's gonna be Robbie Robertson because I don't know who he is, and that's exactly. And then unless Rick Jones got way more important over the last 20 years, Rick Jones is so not important it doesn't matter. So like, I mean, unless they're like, hey, we're gonna make Rick Jones really important this year, everyone's gonna love it. Hey, Kalani's watching. This will go on YouTube because what stinks about Instagram Live is that it'll go away after we go, but it'll be on YouTube as well. I think it's gonna be Robbie. I think it'd be really crazy if it was Luke Cage.
I'm gonna put my money on Luke Cage.
I think Rick Jones isn't important enough, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't know who Madame Mask. I don't know who either of these are, so it's gonna be one of these.
No, I think it's gonna be Luke Cage. I'm gonna live in my fantasy world.
And then there is this really cool cover by Eric Larson, of Savage Dragon fame. I love how he's just like. Venom's up there like just uppercutting these guys like, and then I do believe there's the connecting cover. Oh, and I'm not gonna lie to you, and if Roy were here, he would know.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on the spoiler variants. Like if it's like, all right. Clearly we've been given 4 covers that have like these suspects, right? So, and then the A cover has Venom in full costume. I've been in the comic book industry long enough to be able to tell you what this cover is gonna look like. This is just gonna have the guy who's whoever the Venom is. It's gonna have them there, and they're gonna be unmasked, and it's gonna be the first cover appearance of so and so as Venom. So that is the spoiler variant for you. Like
you heard the prediction here first.
Yeah, like I mean, and I haven't like I've been pretty on when they put spoiler variant in the title. I've been pretty
really
correct.
Okay.
Yeah, it all started when they did Spider-Man number 7 or number 8, and there was a spoiler variant, and I'm like, I bet you it's the first appearance of the character, and I ordered like 25, and that was first appearance of Spider-Boy.
Oh,
and it's never failed since.
Dave's got great intuition.
So let's jump around. Concert of Champions. Yeah. I'm gonna be real honest with you. This is clearly just like a one-shot, featuring like Dazzler, plus a top secret debut that you won't even realize is happening yet. All of these things are said.
I really like that show. That telegram.
I got you. Give me a second.
Oh, that's great.
All of these things are being said to say the only cover worth ordering is this, and I'll tell you why. It's this. And the only reason this cover is worth ordering is if and when Taylor Swift becomes Dazzler in the MCU. The Taylor Swift tidal wave comics book that was illegally printed will not be worth tons of money. What will be, and then Dazzler's first appearance will be worth tons of money. I think the only other modern day cover of Dazzler that will have any money behind it will be this, because this very clearly is as close to drawing Taylor Swift as Dazzler as you can get without probably being sued by Taylor Swift. So that's my 2 cents. I've ordered heavy on that cover and that cover alone, because if you look, like this is just Dazzler.
Yeah.
You know, it's not Taylor Swift. And nobody, I don't want, like, if you're a Dazzler lover, I don't want to hate. C cover also doesn't look like Taylor Swift. It just looks like Dazzler.
That's fair.
So, like,
it's almost like a young Dolly Parton.
Yeah. And then there is a Marvel Rivals cover. And I don't know.
I like that.
I'm assuming that's what Dazzler looks like in Marvel Rivals. I find it weird that they got rid of her blonde hair, but whatever.
It's a great cover.
So then you got Daredevil, Cold Day in Hell. This is the, the Red Band books. So you got the Rose Besh cover. Oh no, sorry. This is coming out of the Red Band books. This is Cold Day in Hell 3-issue miniseries. There's an A cover, there's a Rose Besh, there's a Frank Miller.
I like that Frank Miller.
And there's a Lionel Yu. And this is being written by Charles Soule, who's a very good Daredevil writer. Then you have Deadpool 13. You have an April Fool's Day cover. You have a Jessica Fong Ellie cover. Doom Academy goes to a second print. We still have some first prints in the store.
Just a few though.
Fantastic Four facsimile number 4. Godzilla versus Hulk.
Mm.
I want to say we already FOC'd Godzilla versus Fantastic Four, so he's going through the universe. So this is Hulk. This is number 1, or this is a cover. There's a foil cover here. There's a King of Monsters homage. I do love the Leaguer Bet versus variant. There's also another King of Monsters homage where it looks like he's actually fighting Ultraman. So like, even though the book is Hulk, it's kind of just going, yeah. So he's fighting Ultraman. Then you got a Paco Diaz cover.
It's a ton of covers.
Then you got a Scott Kobosh classic variant. And then I'm not going to lie, I love this Stonehouse variant. It's just old school looking Godzilla where it's clearly a man in a suit. And then Hulk.
And I have to know who wins. Who do you think wins?
Oh, Godzilla wins all day. He's just going to eat him. He's just going to pick him up and eat him by the end of it. Yeah.
Hulk
Don't get out of here.
Godzilla, he's so big. He's like, he lumbers.
Do we have anywhere to write stuff down? We are not prepared.
Nope, you're good.
Okay. So I'm speaking Luke Cage into existence. So Kalani saying Luke Cage.
Yes, Kalani, I love you.
Eric wants a copy of Taylor Swift, and so does Kalani. Eric, earlier you said I'll take a copy, and then you said I'll take a copy of Taylor Swift. What was your earlier one something different? Just let me know. I can scroll back up if you want. Helverine number 5 has a spoiler variant. So if you walk into the shop when this book releases, you'll probably see like one copy of A and then just some spoiler variants. Because again, I'd rather take the risk of not having A's than take the risk of not having spoilers.
Do you think you know what that spoiler is?
Not even close.
Okay.
I mean,
all right.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know what this book is about. Other than it seems like Wolverine got the spirit of vengeance. So I really don't know.
Well, you've been spot on with the other stuff. Wondering.
Something important's going to happen. Let's be real. It's going to happen. The Momoko Fantastic Four cover is fire. Yes, it is. And I was really disappointed that they didn't do a Momoko for Hulk. I thought they were going to do one for like all of them. But that's fine. We survived. Eric. No, it was the Taylor Swift. Cool. We got you, Eric. Immortal Thor number 22. Dan Panosian cover looks real cool with the trade dress on the side and his axe right there. Not Mjolnir. Windbreaker or Stormbreaker or Nike Crosscheck. I don't know what it's called.
I like this connecting cover.
Connecting cover. Yeah, and this connects with this guy, Chris Gariso, is doing connecting covers with multiple books, homaging John Byrne. So you can get them all. Ironheart Bad Chemistry. I'm not going to lie to you. I know nothing about this book other than I know Ironheart is Riri Williams. I don't even know who John Jennings is. So we'll order a few. I think Riri Williams is a phenomenal character for middle school, high school comic book readers, specifically of the female sort, because it's essentially a female Iron Man with her completely. It's a legacy character the same way Miles Morales is a legacy character. It's done right. This is somebody who looked up to Tony Stark because he was so smart, and eventually was so smart that as a teenager could build their own Iron Man armor. And I think it's phenomenal. I don't know enough about this little series to tell you jump on it. But we'll have some at the store. There's no way this is written any higher than like young adult teen. So this is totally whether you want to read Ironheart or whether you want to get your middle school or high schooler to read something. This is definitely in that pocket.
And we do have the first appearance of Ironheart in the store, don't we, Slab?
Yeah, first appearance variant, and then we also have, I think, one of her graphic novels in there too. If you ever wanted to get in on it, not a Godzilla fan, but had to order that Momoko. Absolutely, you can't pass on the Momoko. So, the other thing I want to show off, and I just got our first batch of the boxes because Red Hulk boxes arrived at the store.
The art boxes.
Yep. Yes. So there will be a Jeff the Shark.
It's Jeff.
There, one. We'll have plenty of those, and then there will be a Incredible Hulk one, which is really pretty. But we'll have a lot of that Jeff the Shark one. Yeah. And that allows us to segue into the Marvel Rivals number 1. So there's an A cover. There is a Adam Warren variant featuring, I'm just going to call her Galactus. I don't know if she's like female Galactus or like Galactus 2. I don't know how any of that works. And then there is this Federico Sabinti.
That's
It's
a
almost
great-
like the summer variant. You
Yeah.
see the rubber ducky.
Yeah,
and
it's
he's
like
got
the
a
summer
tube.
vacation
Yeah.
variant.
So I don't know if the solicitation tells you this, but I found out via the retailers group. So this collects Marvel Rivals Infinity Comics 1 through 6 in print. So those were digital comics that came out before the game. This does also have a digital code for something in the Marvel Rivals game. I just can't remember exactly what it is. I think it's Jeff related, but don't quote me on that last part. But there is a code, which makes me think these books will come polybagged. That's why they're $6.99. So just don't forget. Galactica. Okay, I had a feeling it was not just Galactus. I knew. Okay, thank you. Miles Morales 32. I do love this Megan Hetrick cover with Thor. I love how Thor just flies by spinning his hammer. I think it's the most ridiculous physics thing that anybody ever came up with, but whatever. Oh, and speaking of Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur, this is like if you ever wanted to get your middle school or high school age daughter into comic books,
Or just any young girl that you know in
Yeah.
that age range. This is like the greatest gateway
yeah, like
comic.
today, like
I
this,
think
right?
yeah. So we had a little girl that lived with us a couple years ago for a summer. So sweet. But we got her into comics and it was incredible. I mean, over the summer, her reading level literally went up a grade and a half.
Yeah.
Because we started her on Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur, and then she just devoured any age appropriate comic we'd hand her, and then we got her into like trade paperbacks, graphic novels.
Yeah.
Like she was
Like
all about it. And what was she reading weekly for a while? You had it like you were pulling it.
Stranger Things, Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, Stranger Things, Ninja Turtles, which was also a really good one.
So this is the 10th anniversary. It's crazy that there's been 10 years. 10th year,
Wow.
10-year anniversary. So it's a one-shot special, but it's a great just for anybody to go into and read it. So this is the A cover featuring Moon Girl and her
Love
Devil
it.
Dinosaur.
Love it.
I do believe there's going to be like a first dish appearance here because I see a couple variants with a new dinosaur. See, Devil Girl and Moon Dino.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, Moon Girl and so yeah, they're switching. Yeah, I'm excited. It's a great book.
Then,
and then there's the Todd Knock cover, and then there
is
is an animated series on Disney Plus for this. If you ever wanted to get your kiddo familiar with this,
actually like it.
This is like her in school. I want to say her name is what is Moon Girl's name? She has like the coolest name. I think it's Lanella Lafayette because she's from New Orleans, so she's Cajun. And I just love it because she's just like your typical little middle school kid, but she exists in the superhero universe. It's so great. If you love Naomi at DC by Brian Michael Bendis, you'll absolutely love Moon Girl. Moon Girl came before that, but they're very similar in the senses that you'll just fall in love with those characters. My son is addicted to Rivals.
Yes.
I heard it's a lot like Overwatch, and I used to be addicted to Overwatch. So like I want to give it a try. I just haven't downloaded it on my Xbox yet. Granted, I turned it on like last night.
Yeah.
It
turns it on and then it like times up because he doesn't touch it.
So there's another connecting cover. There's a Dan Panosian cover from Moon Knight. Psylocke number 6. I do like the Alex Maleev cover where she's holding the sword. Spider Boy 18.
I like that Momoko.
Ultimate X-Men 14 has Momoko doing the A. Ultimate Wolverine 3rd printing is very cool. Ultimate X-Men 14 does not have a second Momoko cover. Usually they were. There are more Capcom covers coming. So if you were ordering the Capcom covers, there's a Iron Man for West Coast Avengers. There's also another connecting cover here. There's a Magneto. You know Dan's going to want that.
Yeah.
There's a Magneto for X-Men. There's also another connecting cover for X-Men. There's an April Fool's Day variant.
I love that April Fool's Day. No.
Oh, sorry.
April Fool's Day variant. I love it.
Yeah. Stamps,
awesome.
right?
Yeah, it looks like stamps.
Yeah. So,
awesome.
And then there's a Cassandra Nova variant. And then with that being said, everything goes pretty quickly from here on out. Dynamite is always very short. Sir, you have no time for that stuff. I'm well aware.
Yeah.
I play NCAA football. My buddy Roberto was in the store the other day, and he actually works on the game. But it's funny because what I love about a game like NCAA football is it allows me, and I tell my wife this sometimes, like sometimes I say, hey, can I play a game? But sometimes I literally just say, hey, let me throw a touchdown real quick. Because I'll turn the game on. But
it's never just one.
No, but like the game allows you to or new systems allow you to just like I forget what it's called, like fast start. So like even though I turned off in the middle of the game, it picks back up right where I'm at. So like I'll just like be really tired and turn it off. And then like, hold on, I gotta throw a touchdown real quick. So I'll get back on offense and just be like, all right, Hail Mary. And like I'll throw a touchdown and like self-esteem up for the day.
And when did that game come out?
A game Roberta said they're working on they finished the alpha build for this year's version.
Okay, but it came out less than a year ago, right?
Less than a year ago.
Tell everyone what season you're on.
Oh, I'm over 20.
Yeah,
and
over
I think
20
you
seasons.
get either 25 or 30. So Roberto joked, he's like, "That's cool. You'll finish your dynasty just as the new game comes out."
Out of control, y'all.
So, but it allows me tiny bits of pockets of time.
He loves it.
So Dynamite is next.
Which I'm really excited about, these Darkwing Ducks.
Yeah, Lauren was really excited about the Darkwing Duck. We ordered Darkwing Duck number 1s. This is Darkwing Duck number 2s. Disappointed to not see a Alan Quah cover, but speaking of Alan Quah cover, we're gonna get to one real quick.
Really nice DuckTales cover though.
So I have been ordering the they're not negative space, but they're very clearly the character covers.
Yeah.
Like so Huey, Dewey, Louie?
Yeah, I think so.
Green one's my favorite because green's my favorite color. And the green one is the like trouble-ish maker one. So it's like red. The red one's like, I'm a woodchuck ranger, and like he's the good one.
Uh-huh.
Then the blue one is the voice of Sonic and acts exactly like Sonic. It's Ben Schwartz.
So I'm the red one, and you're the green one.
Yes. And then the green one, I know in the last show was voiced by an SNL alum, and he was just clearly like it was Bobby Monahan, if I'm not mistaken. So Alan Quah, I believe he only did a 5-issue set on this, so this is his second to last one.
Look at that
I think he did a phenomenal job. Like, look at that pyramid.
I know, it's
like
his work is always impeccable. But
shout out to Alan. I know he's sleeping because in Malaysia it's like 3 a.m. or something like that. But yeah. I've been liking this Powerpuff Girls book, but I've only been ordering the specials for the store because I don't, I feel I don't want your kid to be like, oh, issue 9, can I get the other 8? Because I can't get you the other 8, so I don't want to put you in a tough situation.
They've been doing well though, the specials.
They have. Yeah. Terminator's another series that I wish I could carry in the store, but it's like I'm gonna get the graphic novel and try to get people caught up because it's a cool series. It's hard to jump in at issue 6 of something as complicated as Terminator. Vampirella number 1, we'll order an assortment of this, but it won't be a ton. And if
there's
I'm
like 500
and if I'm looking at it, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think the cover I'm gonna go highest on, just because he's kind of the talk of the town right now, is the Mark Spears variants. So that's what you'll see in store. Might see a red blank and stuff like that.
So good.
Purple Rain, might do that one because that
I
looks
like
like it's
that
open
one. And I like
order.
one next to it too. The
UV.
Yeah, that's a great one.
And then with that being said, guys, so this comics and graphic novels area is kind of like your miscellaneouses. So I'll show you a couple things I really want to talk about just real quick. So the Adventure Time Compendium Volume 2, I do believe I'm going to order more Volume 1s. We sold out of our Volume 1s when we were doing pop-ups. Actually, we do have Fiona and Cake, but that's separate.
Yeah.
Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Oh, I like that.
I am very excited. Abrams looks like to be putting this back, but this is a TV show that I grew up as a kid watching on Nickelodeon. So they are getting like comic, kind of think of Goosebumps in a way, but very cool. Avatar: Last Airbender, Lost Adventures, and Teen Tales, $30. It's a thick omnibus with lots of Avatar stories. Dante's Inferno is getting a graphic novel. I actually might need to go into Diamond and order a copy. I think that's a cool. Dante's Inferno is definitely a book that I know lots of people have read over the course of their literary life. So I think seeing, and it was a video game. So I think seeing it in graphic novel form would be very cool. Obviously, it's very independent. This isn't by anybody that you super know.
You have like a niche group of people that dig that.
Yeah. Day of the Dead Girl is finally hitting its trade paperback. Dune: House Atreides is on Volume 3. Let's see what else we got. I know there was at least one more book that I was intrigued about. Who's writing Free for? Oh, Free for All, written by Patrick Horvath, drawn by Patrick Horvath. If the name sounds semi-familiar, but you're not catching it, that is the writer and artist of Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees. And this is his next, it's a 56-page self-contained one-shot that delivers a brutal new vision on capitalism by combat. That is the synopsis. Matt Kint is doing a cover for him. super cool. Just don't sleep on this. A lot of people slept on Beneath the Trees, and it ended up being an expensive book. So don't sleep on it. I used to like John Leguizamo a lot. Let's see what else. Jump Scare number 2. That's Colin Bunn's new horror book. We have Jump Scare number 1 in the store. It looks like kind of high fantasy grindhouse horror. So it looks really cool. And then let's see what else.
Leviathan.
I want to say I ordered one of these. This is Marvel Super Stories hardcover Amazing Adventures. It is not published by Marvel, just kind of the second volume in a brand new middle grade anthology series with Marvel Comics. So it's a 15 new 6-page stories. Yep. So that'd be really cool for kiddos. And then let's see. Power Lords, Savage Sword of Conan. Do not sleep on that. That is a phenomenal book.
The Three Stooges versus Cthulhu.
And for $6.99.
Yeah.
For $6.99, it comes signed by the who is
If you like Cthulhu, like why not, right?
So for $6.99, you get Three Stooges versus Cthulhu, and it is signed by author Adam Goldberg of the TV show The Goldbergs.
Yeah.
And then Hans Rudinoff, who is the artist of the Man-Thing movie. And they're only making 50 copies of this, and it comes bagged and boarded with a certificate of authenticity.
That's cool.
So this is an example of something that could be allocated, because if more than 50 stores order it, or if one store ordered 51 copies, this is not going to happen. But for $6.99, I mean, if you love Three Stooges and or Cthulhu, not a bad thing.
It's a cool thing to add to your collection.
Yeah. I grew up, weirdly enough, for being somebody of my age, I grew up on Three Stooges simply because it was always on Turner Classic Movies.
Yeah.
And like we had that with our basic cable package.
And it's something your grandpa could watch.
Yep. My grandpa loved it.
Yeah.
So then if you scroll down more, guys, there's books, there's toys, there's action figures. Any of this can be ordered. So push an order through or email us. I will admit some of it isn't always the price it shows there. Or if it's PI, it means that we have to reply to you with a price.
But he'll let you know.
But yeah, very much something that can be orchestrated, to say the least. And with that being said, guys, thank you so much for joining us. I know a decent amount of people joined us on Instagram and on Facebook and stuff like that. I apologize. This show literally gives you like 2 to 3 hours to get your FOC in. But we will make sure this goes live Friday.
Yeah.
But store closes at 8 on Fridays because of Lorcana.
Yep.
It'll probably get done before Lorcana starts, to be fair. I'll probably try to do that in the tables. So you should see this by Friday evenings moving forward. Tomorrow you will see a new comic book day preview show that will stay on Tuesdays. And then I want to bring back the interview show and then kind of get a podcast back going again. So we'll probably have 4 pieces of weekly content. I honestly think my first guy that I want to reach out to for the interview show is my boy Danny Earls, who I met at MegaCon, because he was just so nice. He's just an artist. I hate to say just an artist. He's an artist, but I think I have a good assortment of questions to go through him. Yeah, he's from Ireland. So he's a Celtic guy, so I don't know if Andy will like him a lot. But
you were super excited after
nice.
You met him.
Yeah.
He came back and because I was sitting at the booth, and he told me all about his interaction. He was very excited.
Yeah, and I haven't seen Danny's name on a lot of covers. I know he's got some Hulks coming out, but if you see the name Danny Earls on a variant, look into it. Nice guy. He's on Instagram, at Danny Earls 18, and he's just a nice guy. So look into him. He seems new to the. He just posted the other day a 10-year comparison, like a sketch that he randomly did 10 years ago before he was a professional, and then a sketch now. And it was cool to see his progression as a professional artist. Like obviously his 10-year ago sketch is way better than anything I could do, but it was very cool to see his progression. So thank you guys for joining us. This
housekeeping though.
Housekeeping.
Right? Yeah. So store on New Comic Book Day Wednesdays will be open at 9:30.
Yes.
And we are located, our brick and mortar, which if you missed it, we just opened officially on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And we are located at 855 East State Road 434, Suite 1129. It's right next to a nail salon. It's in a Senor Tequila Plaza in Winter Springs, Florida. There's also Marco's Pizza, which we have frequented so much in the past month, getting everything set up. Come stop by, say hi. Danny will be there. He had a couple people stop in today, even though he's closed, and he had some great chats with them. And so we will be closed on Mondays for right now. I am expecting our first son to come any day now, within like the next week or two. So we're gonna kind of try to stay closed on Mondays. So that might help out on the front end of him. And then, of course, sorry, this is our current child, one of two who needs all the lovin's and attention. And then we're going to do weekly board game nights on Tuesdays. We'll be open until 8. So come in, grab a table, play. We have an entire shelf full of games that you can play for free. And one of our friends donated a whole bunch of games to get us started. And then we utilized a lot of my collection to get us started on that, right? So board game nights will go from 5 to 8. You could come in earlier if you want. That's totally fine too. We'll have just like some concession snacks and drinks. And then Friday is casual play Lorcana. So we'll be doing that every Friday.
But we likely will, or we definitely will not have the new set because we are not a Lorcana Play store yet. So we are tied to the big box store release date, which is 2 weeks after.
But we do have Shimmering Skies in the store. We've got a bunch of starter decks. We've got
Floodborne and Inklands.
Yep, and we have play mats. And we got like a really great variety and assortment of sleeves and boxes to choose from if you need them. But if not, you could grab your deck, grab a starter deck from us, come hang out and play. Danny's really good at it. So he'll be teaching people how to play as well in the store. But yeah, you could either play, with a friend or bring in a little pod of people. We've got plenty of seating. So, and then am I missing anything? Oh, sorry. Hello.
Oh, Saturday.
Yeah, but also Wednesday. This Wednesday, new comic book day.
It might not be from time.
Okay.
But they can put their pre-order in.
Okay, you can put your pre-order in. So Blade Forger comes out #1. It's written by the
Miranda Brothers.
And
we have the A and the B covers, and I know Kalani got his hands on one of the 1 in 10s already.
Okay.
Because I sent him a picture, and he's like, yes.
So it's our first in-store exclusive, and we're really excited about it. Local artist Graven Ravenwolf did the art on it, and his wife Monica Ravenwolf did the colors on it. So it comes out Wednesday. Ours may come in Thursday.
That's what the Mad Cave told us. They had a shipping issue.
Yeah.
But we can easily we'll have the A covers and the B covers if that's what you want. But if you just want to make sure, because we only printed 100.
Yeah. And
I'll tell you, I want to say guaranteed for sure, there's already 30 pre-ordered, and that's not including comps to Graven, the one copy we're going to get slabbed for. So realistically, we're almost about 35, 40 down. So, I'm not going to try to scare anybody, but it's a smaller print run. We wanted to play it safe.
Just don't sleep on it.
Yeah. But you can totally message us and just say, hey, I want a copy, hold it for me. You don't have to prepay. I mean, we can make it all work. I do think, did we end up putting it on our website or not yet?
Not yet. We were waiting for the trade dress, which looks so sharp.
Yeah.
So we did share that to our page, and you can take a look at it in one of our previous posts, and you'll see it. Yeah. See, Kalani's the artwork is amazingly beautiful. It really goes so well with, the book and what it's about. So that's got our logo on the back. It's really exciting because obviously we've been open a week, and we went ahead and pulled the trigger on a in-store exclusive. And then Graven and his wife Monica will be in-store signing on Saturday from 12 to 4.
And the event, oh crap, I gotta send that. Can you do me a favor? Can you text the event link to Dino?
Yeah, I'll do it.
So the event should be CGC approved. So if you wanted to get the book's yellow label signature series graded, we can do that through Agents of Slabs. So I am a witness. I'll have to do the paperwork on the back of the boards because
I'm a witness.
You're the witness. You're the witness. Yeah.
Can I get a witness?
You will be able to get it yellow labeled, sent off. If you're in Florida, you can just get it. You can have it be picked up at Flashpoint, or Dino can ship it, or I can ship it. I'm not going to lie to you. So Kalani, an example. If you ended up wanting it being shipped, I probably would deter to Dino shipping, because he has shipped thousands more slabs than me in his lifetime. It might be a couple bucks more expensive, but I just trust his shipping rather than mine.
But if you're one of our friends in South Florida or even Tampa, there's pickup locations out that way as well. So,
and then I did want to tell Kalani, when you open that package, let me know if you there's a surprise on the top. worked it double worked. It's a surprise for him, and it worked as like extra bubble wrap. So hopefully he gets. Oh, yeah, my copy of your book slapped. Okay, Eric, I can easily get that done. But yeah, Lauren's a witness on Saturday. But you just gotta get to it.
Yeah, I got you.
And then
Thank you.
the only other thing I wanted to say, so we got Lorcana, we got that new comic book day on Wednesday. We open at 9:30, a little pocket there. We close at 7 as of right now. And I just want to thank, and I don't know if I've probably lost most of our viewers by now, but I've said this to a couple people over the last 2 days, and I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to start by saying, as much as this might sound like me just kissing butt or trying to say the right thing, I really do want to thank everybody, not just who came out this weekend, and not just everybody who messaged us and said, you deserve it, and this, that, and the third. I honestly want to thank everybody from the last 7 years.
10 years. Even
Yeah,
10 technically.
because like at our grand opening, a good somebody I worked with at my very first ever comic job, Rob, came in. He lives right across. He lives like down the road, and it was kind of crazy, surreal, because I took that job as a kid. I was 22, 23 years old. I did not want to keep working like a boring normal people job, so I asked the guy at my local comic shop if he was hiring, and I told him, "My resume is amazing." So yeah, amazing, because I worked at like 6 different retail places from the time I was 16 to whatever. But he hired me. Troy Hughes, rest in peace, Troy Hughes. I owe a lot to him because he gave me that opportunity. I wouldn't have ever made it to a comic shop or the Collective or Blackbird or Flashpoint if it wouldn't have been for him. But I also want to thank everybody else in between. Brendan, Dave, Candace, everybody, Aaron. But the people I really want to thank are all of you guys, because as I was putting my thoughts together about all this, many people over the course of my time at comic shops have told me, "Oh, we come because of you, or you just make it so much more fun," or insert words here, right? And I'm assuming all of that was genuine, right? But I didn't realize until now that every single one of those words gave me the confidence to get here. Just because I worked in the place and wasn't fired didn't mean I was doing a good job, right? But the fact that you guys could tell me that I was, and stuff like that made the difference. We're here because of that. So I just want to say thank you to everybody, from the people who just support me by showing up, the people who helped us, the people who supported by just saying kind words. We can't do it without all of you, and like, this is a family. We've kind of called it the Flashpoint family.
Yeah.
Like, as much as I used to always use the word community, I think because of alliteration, this works just as well. So thank you guys all for being part of the Flashpoint family, and we can't wait to see everything else that we do over the next millions of years. So with that being said, guys, thank you for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow. We're gonna go get dinner and finish FOC, and as I always say, guys, flash out.